Create a video for YouTube Shorts about domain name parking for profit. What really works in 2025? I'll never forget the day I discovered one of my park domains had earned $47 overnight. It wasn't a fortune, but here's the thing, I'd owned that domain for 3 years, and had done absolutely nothing with it beyond setting up parking. That moment changed how I thought about dormant domains sitting in my portfolio. Most domain investors I talk to fall into one of two camps: those who think parking is a waste of time, and those who've never properly optimized their park domains and wonder why they're earning pennies. The truth sits somewhere in the middle, and after parking hundreds of domains over the years, I've learned that parking can be genuinely profitable, but only if you approach it strategically. What domain parking actually is and isn't. Let's start with the basics, because there's a lot of confusion out there. When you park a domain, you're essentially placing targeted advertisements on it. Visitors who land on your domain see these ads, and if they click on one, you earn a portion of the advertising revenue. The parking company handles everything serving the ads, collecting payments from advertisers, and cutting you a check, or more likely, a PayPal payment, each month. Here's what parking isn't. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, it's not going to turn a mediocre domain into a gold mine, and it's definitely not a replacement for developing a truly valuable domain. I've seen too many investors park premium domains that could be earning serious money as developed websites. That's like buying a Ferrari and using it as a planter in your garden. The sweet spot for parking? Domains you're holding for resale that receive some type-in traffic or search engine visits. These are domains people actually find and click on, whether by typing the URL directly, following an old link, or searching for related terms. Choosing the right parking provider. It actually matters. When I first started parking domains, I went with the first provider that popped up in my search results. Big mistake. I was earning maybe 3 per month across 50 domains. Then I switched providers and tested different platforms, and suddenly that same portfolio was generating $30–40 monthly. Same domains, different results. The parking industry has consolidated quite a bit over the years, but you've still got several solid options. The major players include Cedo, Bodice, Parking Crew, and Domain Sponsor. Each has its strengths, and honestly, I use multiple providers because different domains perform better on different platforms. Cedo's the 800-pound gorilla in the room. They've got massive advertiser relationships and generally strong payouts, especially for domains with European traffic. Their platform is user-friendly, and you can list your domains for sale simultaneously, which I appreciate. However, their revenue share isn't always the most generous, and smaller portfolios might get lost in the shuffle. I've had surprisingly good experiences with Bodice, particularly for domains getting US traffic. Their optimization seems sharper for certain niches. I've got a handful of tech-related domains that consistently earn 30–40% more on bodies than they did elsewhere. The interface isn't as polished as Cedo's, but the numbers don't lie. Here's something most investors don't do but absolutely should. Test your domains across multiple platforms. Take your top 20–30 earning domains and split them between 2 or 3 providers for 60–90 days. Track the results meticulously. You'll often find that certain domains perform significantly better on specific platforms, and that knowledge is worth real money over time. The domains that actually make money. While parked. Not all domains are created equal when it comes to parking revenue. I learned this the hard way after parking about 200 random domains in my early days and watching maybe 10 of them generate 90% of the revenue. The best parking candidates share certain characteristics. Type-in traffic is the golden ticket. These are domains that people actually type directly into their browsers, often because they're intuitive, memorable, or descriptive. Think along the lines of cheaplaptops.com or denverplumbers.com. Someone searching for cheap laptops might literally type that into their browser bar, and boom, they hit your parked page. Expired domains with existing backlinks can be fantastic for parking, assuming those backlinks still send traffic. I picked up an expired domain last year that had been a small blog about home renovation. It still had dozens of backlinks from DIY forums and Pinterest, sending 20–30 visitors daily. Parked it, and it's been earning $40–60 monthly ever since. Not life-changing money, but excellent ROI for a domain I paid $12 to register. Commercial intent matters enormously. Domains related to high-value keywords, insurance, legal services, finance, real estate, tend to earn more per click because advertisers pay premium rates in those niches. A domain like businessinsurancequotes.com will almost certainly earn more than catpictures.com, even with similar traffic levels because insurance companies pay significantly more for clicks. Geographic domains can be surprisingly profitable. I've got a few city plus service combinations, think austinroofers.com or miamidentist.com, that consistently earn $20–50 monthly. Local businesses pay good money for local traffic, and parking providers usually have solid relationships with local advertisers. On the flip side, certain domains are terrible parking candidates. Trademark-related names are obviously off the table. You're just asking for legal trouble. Domains with pure brand potential but no traffic are pointless to park. You're better off developing or selling them. And obscure keyword combinations that might be clever but don't align with how people actually search. Those usually earn nothing. Optimization. Where most investors leave money on the table. Here's where we separate the casual parkers from the people actually making decent money. Most investors park their domains and forget about them. I check my parking statistics at least weekly, and I make optimization adjustments monthly for my better performers. The category or topic you assign to your domain dramatically impacts earnings. Parking providers use this to match relevant ads, and if you've miscategorized your domain, you're showing your visitors irrelevant ads that won't get clicked. I had smarthomedevices.com initially categorized under general technology, and it was earning maybe $5 monthly, switched it to consumer electronics and then further refined it to home automation, and earnings jumped to $15–20 monthly. Same traffic, better targeting, keywords matter too. Most parking platforms let you specify keywords that describe your domain. Don't just throw in obvious terms. Think about related searches and buyer intent. For a domain like bestcoffeegrinders.com, don't stop at coffee grinders. Add terms like espresso equipment, home barista, coffee gear reviews. This helps the parking provider serve more relevant, higher-paying ads. Custom name servers can improve your parking performance because they make your setup look more professional and can positively impact how quickly ads load. Most providers offer custom name server options. Use them. It's a small detail that can improve user experience and, consequently, click-through rates. I've also experimented with different parking templates when providers offer options. Some domains perform better with minimal layouts that don't distract from the ads, while others benefit from templates that look more like legitimate landing pages. Testing different templates on your higher-earning domains can yield surprising improvements. Steady passive income from domain name parking strategy. Understanding the numbers. What's actually good? This is where new parkers often get discouraged. They see their first month's earnings of $347 across 50 domains and think it's not worth the effort. But context matters. In my portfolio, about 20% of my park domains generate 80% of my parking revenue. That's just how it works. If you've got 100 park domains and 15–20 are each earning $10–50 pluses monthly, while the rest earn pennies, you're actually doing quite well. The key is identifying those performers and potentially acquiring more domains with similar characteristics. RPM, revenue per thousand visitors, is the metric I focus on most. If a domain gets 1,000 visitors and earns $10, that's a $10 RPM. Different niches have vastly different RPMs. I've seen finance-related domains with RPMs of $50–100, while entertainment domains might struggle to hit $5. Understanding the RPM potential of different niches helps you make smarter acquisition decisions. CTR, click-through rate, tells you how many visitors are actually clicking on ads. A healthy CTR for park domains typically ranges from 10–30%, but this varies wildly by niche and traffic source. If your CTR is below 5%, something's wrong. Either your traffic is low quality, your ads aren't relevant, or your domain is miscategorized. Don't get obsessed with daily fluctuations. Parking revenue bounces around based on advertiser budgets, seasonal trends, and dozens of other factors. I had a domain earn $127 one month and $31 the next, then bounce back to $89 the following month. Look at quarterly trends, not daily stats. The dark side. Pitfalls to avoid. I've made virtually every parking mistake possible, so let me save you some headaches. Parking trademark domains is asking for trouble. Even if a parking provider initially accepts them, you're risking UDRP complaints or legal action. I knew an investor who parked several brand-adjacent domains and ended up in a legal mess that cost far more than those domains ever earned. Not worth it. low-quality traffic will destroy your earnings and potentially get you kicked off parking platforms. Some investors buy cheap traffic to boost their parking revenue, which is incredibly short-sighted. Parking providers aren't stupid, they can detect artificial traffic patterns, and they will ban you. Plus, advertisers aren't paying for bot clicks, so even if you temporarily boost numbers, you won't see proportional revenue increases. I've also learned to watch out for parking platforms with terrible revenue share terms. Some providers keep 60–70% of advertising revenue, leaving you with scraps. Always understand the revenue split before committing your domains. Most reputable providers offer 50–60% to domain owners, but terms vary. Another mistake I see constantly: parking domains that should be developed or immediately sold. If you've got a genuinely premium domain worth 10,000 plusers, parking it for $30 monthly makes zero sense. Either develop it into something valuable or price it aggressively and find a buyer. Parking should be for holding inventory, not hoarding assets that deserve better treatment. When to park versus when to pursue other strategies. Here's my general framework. I park domains I'm planning to hold for 1 to 5 years while waiting for the right buyer. These are good domains with some traffic potential but aren't strong enough to justify development costs. They're earning money while I wait, which beats letting them sit completely dormant. For truly premium domains, I usually create simple landing pages with contact information and pricing, rather than traditional parking. This looks more professional and signals that the domain is a serious asset, not just a parked page full of ads. I've had several buyers tell me they appreciated this approach because it made the domain feel more substantial. If a domain is getting decent traffic but ads aren't converting well, that's sometimes a signal to develop it minimally. I turned one of my parked domains into a simple affiliate review site after noticing it was getting 200+ monthly visitors interested in a specific product category. It took maybe 8 hours to set up basic WordPress, write 5 detailed reviews, and add affiliate links. That domain now earns $150–300 monthly, instead of the $15 it was making parked. For domains with high-value keywords but minimal current traffic, I sometimes invest in basic SEO and content before parking. Get a few quality backlinks, create a simple one-page site with relevant content, then switch to parking once traffic increases. This requires more effort but can dramatically improve parking performance. The long game, portfolio strategy. The investors making real money from parking treat it as one component of a broader portfolio strategy. They're not relying on parking income to pay their mortgage, they're using it to offset holding costs and generate passive income, while their domains appreciate. I calculate my annual parking revenue against my annual domain renewal costs. If my parking income covers 60–70% of renewals, I'm happy. That means I'm essentially holding most of my inventory for just 30–40% of the standard cost while waiting for sales. Over a 5 to 10 year holding period, that math becomes very favorable. Some of my best domain sales have come from parked domains, where buyers found my contact information on the parking page. I always make sure my contact details are visible on any parked domain worth more than $500. I've closed sales ranging from $1,200 to $18,000 this way, in addition to whatever parking revenue those domains generated while listed. The reality check. Let's be honest, domain parking isn't going to make you rich. If you're expecting to park 50 domains and quit your day job, you're going to be disappointed. But as a component of a thoughtful domain investment strategy, it absolutely has value. I currently earn $400. From parking across about 180 domains. That's not retirement money, but it covers my annual domain renewal costs plus some profit. More importantly, several of those parked domains have attracted buyer inquiries that led to sales. The parking revenue was nice, but the real value was having those domains working for me while I focused on other opportunities. Think of parking like dividend investing in the stock market. You're not getting rich from the dividends themselves, but they compound over time and reduce your overall cost basis while you hold assets that may appreciate significantly. That $47 domain I mentioned at the beginning. I eventually sold it for $2,800 after 3 years of earning $30–70 monthly from parking. The parking revenue wasn't the main event, but it was a nice bonus while I waited for the right buyer. The key is setting realistic expectations, optimizing consistently, and recognizing that parking is a tool in your investment toolkit, not the entire strategy. Park the right domains, choose providers wisely, optimize religiously, and watch those small monthly payments accumulate, while your portfolio appreciates. That's the real parking profit formula. No related posts,